or the EU. Then you got the what's it called? The America. Yeah, but what's the name of the three countries? The countries?
Canada.
But I'm saying, what's the name of it?
Mexico.
What you said it? You said a minute.
North American Union.
The North American Union. But the dollar is the Amero. So what they're going to do is they're going to have the euro on this side, Europe, and the Amero on that side. Then they're going to have $1. They're going to call it a world dollar. And then they're going to do away with the dollar. And then they're going to say, well, you got to use credit cards now. All right? That's why they make commercials where somebody gets online, they pay with a credit card, next person pays with a credit card, one guy takes out $1, and everything, all chaos, because they're making you feel bad about using the dollar. They're saying they're telling you using a dollar is an antiquated system. So once they use the cards, a debit card, where you zip through, all right, then they're going to say, you know what? Too many people are getting their credit cards stolen. So if we put a chip in you, then you won't lose your ID. All you got to do is swipe your hand. So that's all the fulfillment of the Book of Revelation.
No, right? You know what that is? That's the ultimate form of control, because that's what the New World Order is all about. It's about control. Now, like I said, when you go back to the beast, right? Part of the beast is the UN. Now, what people don't realize is the UN is going to take over after the next attack. All right, the UN. Matter of fact, when you go, there's a document called Presidential Decision Directive number 25. Now, the so-called American public don't know about it. Now, this was passed by President Clinton on May 3rd, 1994. Now, what people don't realize is all that so-called chaos that you see, there's a reason for that, why the elites create that, so they can justify passing legislation. See, they wouldn't be able to pass the legislation if those things didn't happen. So they needed a ruse. They need something so people can look at it and say, you know what, we got to be delivered from that. We don't want that happening to us. So the government comes in and they pass that legislation, which they already wrote before they created the crisis. You see, it's a trick. So now, what a piece of the legislation is Presidential Decision Directive number 25. Now, what is that about? Well, let me just read it over here. According to Presidential Decision Directive number 25, and you can go online and put that in Google or any search engine and read about it, all right? It says Presidential Decision Directive number 25. And the Most High have given us the spirit to go into this stuff and bring it out. That's part of the prophecy where the Lord told Ezekiel to warn my people before the calamity comes, all right? It says, what this means is if civil unrest, panic, or anarchy, and what is anarchy? A breakdown of law and order in society. And that's what's going to happen. After the next attack, you're going to have panic, you're going to have anarchy. You see what happened on 9/11? People started to panic, people were running, people wanted answers. That's what you're going to have after the next attack.
Right. Yeah,
but it's going to be on a lot wider scale, a lot more poignant. All right? It says what this means, according to Presidential Decision Directive number 25, what this means is if civil unrest, panic, anarchy, a breakdown of law and order in society, which is what happens after a large-scale attack, example 9/11 or worse, the global UN army, so-called peacekeeping force, will become the local police, this is my phone, will become the local police and will use any measure, torture or death to restore peace and order. Do you understand that?
Military act.
So that's why now, hold that thought in your mind. That's why when you go to Revelation 2 and 10, all right, and it says the same thing in the book of Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Because that's what I told you about suffering. When this happens, after the next attack, there's going to be a time of suffering. But the Lord said, fear none of those things. He's speaking to his people, right? Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Now, what is that talking about? Like we told you, they're going to have the concentration camps.
16.
What's another word for the concentration camps? Prison. And I got legislation here that proves that the U.S. have got concentration camps in the mix. What's that?
All over.
Matter of fact, there's over, over 800 concentration camps.
I come from South Africa.
Okay.
It was apartheid. I left. I like to stay here. 19 years. They fucking refuse give me papers. Black people, brothers. I come from communist country.
So wait a minute. You said you come from a communist country. Let me ask you.
Okay.
So you know. Let me ask you a question. You know the difference, right? Now you see the way things are happening in America. Would you consider America being communist?
America is coming concentration camp.
Right, but is it
Hey,
all over you.
and this is a guy that's been there. He knows.
You hear what he said? No. I want to get this.
That's
No.
all you on the road when you
Right.
speak not perfect English.
Right.
They fucking arrest you. They put you
Right.
to jail.
So what? So
You have to
essentially,
hire a
right.
lawyer.
What country you come from? What
From
country?
Poland.
Okay,
So-
Poland.
So essentially, you're saying America is adopting the
It's
way.
going down. It's going down.
Right.
Government
It's going
has-
down. Right. But you're saying America is adopting the way of communism. That's essentially what you're saying.
No.
You're saying America is like a communist country.
Communist is nearly same level.
But is America heading to a communist
But
state?
it's something going.
Is America heading to a communist state?
No.
Well,
but
That's what you
I
said.
think
You
it's
said
going
basically.
same like Germany a long time ago. They're trying to
It's like
keep,
Germany.
keep
Yeah, socialism.
all over,
Socialism.
all over.
Socialism, which is communism.
Right. So to understand what this.
Mexico no good, yeah.
To understand what this man is
Eastern,
saying,
yeah, Europe,
right,
no
let me,
good.
to understand what this man is saying.
Brother fight for America in Iraq for what?
Right.
Oil and money.
Of course, right. So he knows. So what this guy is saying essentially is America's heading to that total communist state.
It's going down.
All right. It's going down. And you heard him say it's going down. All right, now.
He's saying it.
Right. Now, if I
But if you notice,
right.
he's not an American European.
Right.
Now let's get a, do we have any American white people? Are you American? You American? Is there any American white people? Where's the American white man? What do you think about America? You think America's going down?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're not white. I'm asking a white guy. I just want to hear a white man. That's all right. The black man should already know.
I think that
no lead, no lead.
I don't know whether it's white, black,
Everybody is
socialist,
best for
Republican,
us.
whoever has the power
Communist
are
country,
controlling the people
South
that don't
Africa,
have any money. I think it's about money more than anything else.
But do you think that America's going down? Do you think America's going to turn into a socialist?
Prediction-wise, I think that a lot of places really don't like us because we're throwing our laws.
No. I'm talking about within America. The government within America is a government within America. Out of Washington D.C., are they planning on making this country a socialistic type country
I
like
don't
Germany?
think we would let that happen as much.
Oh really? You don't think you know how many things they already did that you ain't doing? You know how many things that they already did? They've been over there in Iraq for the last 3 or 4 years.
Right.
They brought down the World Trade Centers that went down. Who do you think did that?
Believe me.
I'm asking you, who do you think did that?
Let me say this. You guys know history. I can tell you guys know about. Germany. Something with Nietzsche or the Nietzsche building where they burned down the building.
You're talking about
and Reichstag, and they said the other people did it so that they can go to war with them.
Yeah,
but it was really them who did
No,
it.
but you know what? But let me hit you with something.
9/11.
Let me hit you with something. Who do you think financed prior to Hitler coming up into power? All right. He didn't have this. What's the word I'm looking for? He didn't.
None of it really matters because unless you know Jesus, you're all going to hell. Because Jesus is coming. It doesn't matter.
Hey, you know what, man? First of all, you don't even know Jesus.
6 o'clock.
You don't know Jesus. You don't know Jesus.
6 o'clock, purple dollar here.
Now all he gonna do is rob you, man. All that guy is a poverty pit. All he is a poverty pit. See, that shows you. Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you. Hey, you know who financed the no, I'm asking a question first.
Take it easy.
I know you're anxious, brother. Just have a little patience. Who financed Hitler and built up his war machine and all that, and his so-called Third Reich?
I don't know the answer to that.
The Bush family. The Bush family.
We have pictures with Prescott.
Do you know Prescott Bush? Who's Prescott Bush?
The great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather?
Well, that's the father, actually the grandfather of GW. All right. Do you know where he got into his?